So this segment is read, watch, and listen. Whose love story is it anyway? And in this segment, we are going to give you some love stories. These love stories are going to be in different categories. And then you're to guess whose love story that is, the man and the woman in their relationship, whose love story it is. Okay, so our first category is biblical love stories. So we got biblical love stories. All right. So the instructions are I'm going to read you a description of that love situation or dynamics of that love relationship that is well documented um, within that category. So, first category, biblical love stories. Okay, ready? Okay, so this is the first love story. It's called The Determined Servant and the Kind Stranger. Okay, and the story begins with a long journey taken by a trusted servant acting on behalf of a father to find a wife for his son. The servant prayed for a sign at a well, asking the right woman would not only give him a drink, but also offer water to his camels. The woman appeared and fulfilled the request. When she met this man in the field, it was love at first sight, and she brought him much comfort to him, and she brought comfort to him after the death of his mother. So when she met this man in the field, it was love at first sight, and she brought comfort to him after the death of his mother. Who are they? Who's the woman? Who's the man in this relationship situation? Okay. All right, anyway. All right, so that's the first story. Second story is called The 7-Year Wait. He met her at a well while she was caring for her father's sheep, and immediately they fell in love. He agreed to work for her father for 7 years to marry her. However, the father deceived him on the wedding night, tricking him into marrying the older sister instead. Undeterred by this deception, he agreed to work another 7 years, y'all, to finally marry the woman he loved. Who are they? Who's the man and who's the woman in this love situation? All right. Think you know who it is? All right. The third story. Okay. Our third biblical love story is called The Loyalty in the Field. Okay. The Loyalty in the Field. After her husband died, this woman refused to leave her mother-in-law, declaring, "Where you go, I'll go." As a foreigner, she gleaned in the fields to provide for them. The field belonged to a wealthy relative who was so impressed by her loyalty and her character, he acted as a kinsman redeemer, marrying her and ensuring her future. Who are they? Who's the man and who's the woman in this love situation? And then the fourth story in the biblical category. All right, so we got the fourth story in the biblical category. This is called the unconditional redemption. The unconditional redemption. God instructed this prophet to marry a woman who would later be unfaithful to him and leave. Despite her betrayals and her descent into slavery, the prophet was instructed to buy her back and restore her to her position as his wife. Wow. This is a story of a real life living parable of God's relentless love and grace toward his people. Who are they? Who's that woman? And who's that man? And when gonna get and when got her? Okay, so who's the man and who's the woman in this love situation? Who are they? All right, and then the fifth story in the biblical category is called we've got it titled The Protector of the Unwed Mother. The Protector of the Unwed Mother. Okay. This woman had a man, but she wasn't married, and she found herself pregnant. The man discovered his fiancée was pregnant. Knowing the child was not his, he initially planned to break the engagement quietly to save her from public shame and stoning. However, after an angelic message, he acted with righteousness and mercy, marrying her and taking on the protection of her and her divine child. Wow. Who are they? Who is the man and who is the woman in this love situation? All right, in this love story. All right. Do you need hints?